Something popped up.
All right. What's up, everybody?
What's up?
How y'all doing?
What's
We
going
are
on?
live.
What's
It
going down?
is Express the Opinion with your girl, Lynn Roberts. How y'all doing?
Hope y'all doing good. It's a new year.
We are back. It's been a long time, y'all. We took a long hiatus to regroup. We had a lot of stuff going on and stuff, so everybody had life took place.
Right.
So everybody got life back together. So now we are back in full effect. How y'all doing?
I'm doing good.
I am your girl, Lynn Roberts.
I'm that girl, DC.
And I'm your boy T Roy.
And me, Big C.
Wow. He'll forget who he
I forgot
was.
my name.
Yeah.
New Year.
Yeah.
Big C.
There you go.
Big And speaking of the new year, that's what we're going to talk about today.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about New Year's Day, New Year's resolutions, the biggest lie ever. Yes,
the
Lord.
biggest lie.
It is the biggest lie ever told. Why? Because every single year, what do?
Tell me a lie.
Tell a big lie. New Year's resolution. I'm not going to do this no more. I'm going to give up drinking. I'm going to give up smoking. I'm going to the gym.
Oh, you're still fat.
And then
You've been going to
24
the
hours
gym.
later,
Yeah,
you done broke every resolution you ever made.
Hey,
after the one.
you done been going to the gym for 5 years and you still 250.
Now, my question is, hey.
Let's ride, baby. Let's ride. We live.
Okay, but check it out. Okay, so I want to know who the hell started this god awful trend. I'm just trying to figure that out.
The
When did it start?
Babylonians.
Babylon, the heathens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so according to Google, now it says that New Year's resolutions is commonly thought to have begun in ancient Babylon more than 4,000 years ago in an attempt to appease their gods. Some psychologist, sex and relationship advisor believes that the Babylonians went before their gods with the promise expecting favors in the new year. So that's how it started.
Now, I was reading at one point, it was started because the new year brought about change, and these were the desires to put away old things and to create these things that will be prosperous for the upcoming year. And they would set goals, and these goals would be their resolutions.
Yeah, and another one
in the Babylonian time also.
Yeah, because according to Google, because they have about 6,700.
And Google know everything.
According to Google, it says New Year's resolutions existed since the 19th century and perhaps as far back as late as the 17th century. And not only were people making resolutions 200 years ago, but they were also breaking them, and using them as excuses for bad behavior before the new year, much like today.
So
yeah.
3 millenniums ago, these people still have these resolutions and they still fat.
Well, no, he said
Still fat.
Wait a minute, he said they still fat though. That's what he said.
3 or 30.
And they still drink and they still smoke.
I drank.
Why you gotta get rid of the good stuff? You can drink and smoke. Come on, man.
That's what
I'm
I'm
talking
saying.
about what people say. Like, okay, let's just say I'm an alcoholic.
Well, you don't have to say an alcoholic. Now, hold on. Alcoholism is a disease. So if you're a person that drank heavily, but it's not something that you can't live without, and you say you just want to either taper it down and stop, then I can say that would be a resolution. But let's not take alcoholism.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't mean to offend anybody who has that problem.
Too late. I'm just saying.
Somebody gotta.
I mean, you know, because I see, you know, DCC caught that one real quick.
Mhm.
You know, they want to offend. I apologize. I don't want to offend nobody or anything. But you know, people make these resolutions and they don't stick to it. They might stick to it for maybe about 2-3 months, and then I'm gonna get a taste.
Okay, so since we talking about resolutions and stuff, okay, what are some of the major, or should I say most infamous resolutions people always make?
Lose weight.
That's the number one.
I think that's the number one.
No. It ain't necessarily losing weight. It's I'm going to the gym.
But you want to
They ain't saying
gym,
gonna lose
Well,
weight.
get that membership.
Yeah.
Getting there's another issue.
Okay. I'm going to the gym. I'm gonna start going to the gym. That's what they say.
But you notice how many gym commercials are out right now?
Oh
Like
my
every
God.
other commercial seems like it has something to do with the gym membership or some type of Noom. And Noom is everywhere.
Oh God.
Noom, Planet
Man,
Fitness.
I almost signed up for Noom. I ain't gonna lie.
But you gotta think, what a great business model it is. They're
Yeah.
making billions and ain't nobody showing up. Their machines stay in great shape.
Mhm.
Dust on them.
Well, they show up for the first maybe 2-3 months.
Mhm.
Yeah, right.
And then start getting warm.
Mhm.
Shoot.
Yeah.
You know, time to hit the beach.
Hot boy and hot girl summer start.
Right.
Mhm.
I'm about to lay all this out on the beach. You're gonna take what you get, girl.
All of that.
All of this.
Lord, you so stupid.
All of that.
So what are some of the biggest, you know, New Year's resolutions people make besides that?
Okay, you got
To save
some
money,
save money. I'm gonna get my life right.
whatever
What does
that
that
means.
Exactly.
What does that mean?
Exactly.
What do you think it means for you, T-Roy?
What does getting your life right mean?
Changing bad habits. I mean, you know,
You got
I ain't
several.
gonna- I'm not going to, you know.
I'm just saying.
Be like, hey, I'm gonna stop clubbing. I'm gonna go to work, be on time.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Really?
yeah,
Bro,
yeah. No,
You'll be on
that's
time.
not, that's not me. I'm just saying.
Here you go.
You know, you got
Here you
bad
go.
habits,
It's
you
not
got
him. Here you go.
somebody else.
In all honesty, that has been one of my resolutions is to do better with time.
Oh Lord.
I've gotten better. I'm
Wait
not
a
where I
minute.
need to be,
Wait
but I'm
a
not where
minute.
I used to be.
I got to sip on that one. Hold on.
No, wait a
Yeah.
minute. That's not that.
There is that.
Hold up. Because
For the first time, y'all beat me here.
true. I beat you here.
Exactly.
He beat everybody here, and I live here, and he beat me here.
Oh, that usually be me.
Right.
But today I was late.
The one that we talking about, resolution,
Yeah.
Like,
and you going in reverse.
what you talking about time? You did good. You did good. High five. You did good. Or you gonna leave me hanging?
I am.
Ah.
Ow.
You leave me hanging.
So, have anyone here this year made any resolutions?
I did.
No.
What was it?
My resolution was to not make any more damn resolutions because they never end up where they supposed to be. So
I
I
like
just,
your resolution.
yeah.
Might take a piece of that.
I resolved to not
Right,
resolve anymore.
So did you make one, Mixie?
No, I don't do it.
DC, did you make one?
No.
Okay, I did not either. And
Hold
I
up.
feel
I feel like you had one in the
No.
I think he had one in his pocket.
Right.
He
You
had
didn't
one in
wanna
his
pull it
back
out.
pocket. He didn't want to pull it
Because
out.
no one
That's
else
what that
said
was.
it.
well, beat up on me. Nope. Nope.
I'm just saying.
Y'all lost.
What? You know what?
So we are live, and if you have any comments or questions, or you just want to tell us about your resolution, feel free to leave a comment.
Yeah, we all live. That's right. We live, ain't we?
We're live.
So, yeah, feel free to leave your comments. If you got a question, I don't know. I can't.
Some of them like, I don't know what to say.
So in reality, or realistically, what do you think would be a New Year's resolution or a decision to improve your life for the upcoming year? Not necessarily saying it's a resolution. This is something you're gonna do. You're gonna do continuously, not just for this year. But what is a goal that you have set out yourself? You said this year, this is what I'm gonna do.
New stream of income.
Yeah.
Adding another stream of income to my portfolio. That's been my big to-do.
So that's
It wasn't a resolute to I'm going to do this, but it's my everyday thing that I'm looking at another stream of income.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
You know what? Because I think having like we used to talk about having multiple streams of income. That's a way to
Build wealth.
to build wealth and generational wealth.
Wealth. Yep.
Yep. So I believe in that. I definitely believe in that.
And it's easy to stick to because you just go after small, attainable goals inside of it.
Yeah, but we're gonna talk about how to make, well, not necessarily make a resolution and stick to it, but I would rather prefer to call it setting goals.
Setting goals, right.
So we're gonna talk about setting goals. But I also want to talk about how people make resolutions and how quick people break them. Because like, what is the longest and the quickest someone has ever broken a resolution and someone has ever kept I want to know if anyone has ever kept a resolution for the whole year.
I did. I actually, I don't know if I want to say it, but no, I was thinking wrong. I actually abstained from sex.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
Or it was really past that, but yes, I did.
I did that too.
Now, was it by choice? That's something you said that you were going to do.
Well, it was a mixture of both, because I was like, I'm not, if I'm not involved with nobody and nothing like that, I'm not just gonna be out there all willy-nilly.
Well, I mean, you don't have to be willy-nilly.
So
it's not a willy-nilly thing. It was more so, just on the stage that I wanted to get my mind right, and me be in a place where that wasn't like a force, in your life. Like some people, sex is like breathing.
Yeah.
But hey, that was one of my things, and I stuck to it. So, no, but I mean, this is real. So we can talk about like real things, like something that you've done that you actually stuck to. T. Roy, and then you next.
I'm thinking about something. I don't, because I don't do that. I don't make resolutions because if it's not, when you want to do it, why wait till the first of the year?
Exactly.
Why wait till the new year?
And see, that's
when
another
the new year
reason why
I'm gonna do this. And see, December 31st, you're gonna abuse the habit, so you don't have to do it the rest of the year.
That's not necessarily true.
I'm not that person.
Some people gotta get their mind right, so they build up to, okay, let me get myself together so that I can wean myself. So by the first, my head will be right, and I can go ahead and put this in the motion. You see what I'm saying?
I understand. So why do it have to be January 1st? Why can't it be September 1st?
It can be, actually, to be honest, it can be whenever you want.
Exactly.
You can put your resolution in whenever you want. Shoot, the city give out resolutions every month. So I'm just saying. I'm just they give out resolutions every month. You get a resolution from the city. We resolve this right here.
Okay, so I got a question. So you make me resolution, and when you do make them, do you write them down, or do you just kind of put it somewhere, or do you just say it,
throw it in there,
or you tell someone, and then be like, okay, I hear your resolution. That way, if you break that habit,
I think what you do.
I see what you do. You said you wasn't gonna do so and so.
You do that.
You was going to start doing so and so. Now you back at your old.
I think you do that for people to hold you accountable.
Right.
For your resolution. Okay, so say for instance, you and I, we go into this thing together. We gonna make this resolution. This is what we gonna do. Okay, then you see me falling off. I'm backsliding. Then you like, look here, chick. Let me holler at you because I ain't see you supposed to be doing. We supposed to be doing this together.
Now
that work.
You know she ain't finna say it like that. She gonna be gangster. She gonna go gangster. We already know this. Twins, what you doing? What you? See here? See, come here. All that.
Well, yeah, you talking about Dion?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
That works one or two ways. Either that person can hold you accountable, or you could be the excuse for that person backsliding as well.
But you be beating people up.
I do not. Stop telling lies.
You beat me up.
No, I shouldn't check you because something
She'll fight you. I don't know, maybe it's just me because she know me for so long, and I'm like, the brother or whatever from another mother. She's like,
Wait a minute.
I'm like, what I do?
T-Roy, she chin checked you?
Man, 3
It
times.
was needed. It was needed.
Three
Y'all know I don't bother
times.
anyone. Do I bother anyone? Did you?
No.
Okay.
I mean, wait a minute. Hold on. How she do it? Did she do it like that, or did she do like?
No, she went all the way through. When she
Oh,
told
wow.
me, she said,
Follow through with it.
yes. And then grab me again. Shut up.
Choke you out.
Man, listen. She didn't use both hands, she used one. And then
Wow.
it still hurt.
Listen.
Well, I mean, given the, I mean, it really. I'm just saying.
I don't have a height challenge.
Yeah.
We're like
No,
the
you don't
same
have.
size.
You don't have a height challenge. You're just vertically challenged.
Yeah.
Wow. See, this is live, so y'all see the bulliness. Them two, this one and that.
I don't bully.
Bullies.
I do not do the bully
They
thing.
are bullies.
So, okay. So I
Cyber
do.
bullies. All that.
Okay.
To me.
So
To me.
So if you were going to do a
Mhm.
resolution or set goals,
Mhm.
do you think, and you want to, I think people start setting the goals on January 1 because it is the turn of the year.
Mhm.
Realistically,
Yeah.
that's why
Yeah.
they do it. Now, I would say probably leading up to it, I think you need to prepare yourself. And I think that's maybe why the majority of resolutions fail is because it's ice cold.
Mhm.
It's something that's like a light switch.
Yeah.
The New Year's start, flick on the light. And it does not work that way. If you're not accustomed to doing something, or you put yourself in preparation of doing it, then you kind of like might be setting yourself up to fail. So if you say, okay, well, I'm not going to drink the new year, 2022. And then you binge drink December 2021.
Mhm.
It's going to be hard to say, I'm not going to do it anymore.
Mhm.
Some people have that in them, but usually somewhere down the line they revert back to like starting a little bit, then you're back where they start, with where they started.
Okay.
So I'm thinking if you're gonna make a resolution, and we're speaking of resolution,
Start in September.
no, you don't have to do that. You can just taper yourself down and actually in preparation of that resolution that you're setting for yourself that coming year. So if you say,
That's what I'm saying. Start in September.
well, people don't have to start in September. Like that's
Well, I mean, they-
4 months
I'm-
before
I'm-
the year.
I'm just giving you something, you got to gradually move yourself away from it.
But you don't really start thinking about the resolution until probably December, because that's when.
It starts getting
Every-
close to
yeah.
your.
So September, I'm not thinking about January. I'm thinking about the holidays coming up, what I could do, where I could go, and
Okay, well, let's go back to the weight thing. We start in September, getting ready for the 1st of January.
So you change your eating habits.
Well, you change your eating habit because you have Thanksgiving and Christmas to start challenging yourself. You start challenging yourself when the holidays start coming in. Halloween, not to say, that us grown people, we do go to Halloween parties, but, and there's a lot of food there at these events. And it's like, okay, well, I'm going to challenge myself. I'm not going to eat all of that. Or I'm not going to eat so much at Thanksgiving. Or I'm not going to eat so much at Christmas. And you get around family, you start drinking. For the people who drink, I'm going to challenge myself. I'm getting ready for January 1st. Why not start in September?
Realistically, that's good for you. But I mean, for everybody, I think the majority of people, if you want to do it 4 months out, you've already started.
And that goes back to what I said. Why wait till January 1st?
Well, I mean, it depends on the person. The resolution starts at the turn of the year. That's why they call it a resolution for the upcoming year. It's because it starts the turn of the year.
Yeah.
I think it's all a setup.
Set up for what?
Failure, like y'all been saying.
No,
It's all a
it
setup.
depends on your motivation.
Exactly.
and what you're looking to do, why, and who's around you.
Mhm.
For instance, I used to be a heavy smoker. Smoked all through the military, pack a day, 2 pack a day, something crazy like that, young. But then when I got to that space and time when I'm going, I'm about to have a son.
Mm.
I'm about to have a child. I can't smoke around that baby.
Yeah.
I have to be responsible now set an example. I have this new thing in my life. Now, if you don't know or have never been a smoker, smoking is one of the hardest things to kick. And I've tried for years on end.
Because from what I understand, it takes people at least 3 tries
Right.
before they can quit for good.
Let me tell you, I did about 2 dozen. But just the thought of that, and you see that you thought of that baby, and you see that stomach, I'm done. I just made up a conscious decision. I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
People smoked around me, everything else, didn't even think about it.
Mm.
You know, 20 years in, haven't thought about a cigarette yet.
Wow.
You know, so it's the motivation. Sometimes it's the motivation that comes into play that can help you change a behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Because it might be that time where you just get fed up with being
Yeah.
broke, fed up with being fat, fed up
Yeah.
with whatever it is.
Whatever it is. I think
And you can make a cold turkey.
I think a good resolution would be clearing out some credit and debt.
Yeah.
You know, that would be a real, hey, I'm not gonna lose this card. I'm gonna go ahead and catch up on the payments or whatever and get it on out of the way.
Yeah.
See, some people have to not use it or maybe cut it up and just tell them you lost it and send me another one once you get it paid now.
Oh wow.
See,
I mean, if that's the case.
But you know what?
But
That
get
was-
your financial house in order.
that was a resolution for me though, was to
Right.
get my credit straight and to get only 2 credit. Because right now I only have 2 credit cards. I refuse to get any more credit cards. I just have 2 main credit cards.
Mhm.
And what I try to do is I try not to use them
Mhm.
like just to be using them all willy-nilly. I try to use them only when necessary, mainly like if I buy my gas so that I can pay it off every month. So I think that's a good goal for people to have, especially if you're trying to reestablish your credit
Mhm, mhm.
or to build up your credit. Get you one of those secured credit cards at first.
Mhm.
And then what you do is you use it to pay for your gas and things like that. And then you can pay that off every month.
Use
And-
it as cash.
Yeah. And then once you pay it off every month, it starts to increase. They'll start increasing your credit limit on your credit card, which then increases your credit score.
So do you want to increase your credit limit? Because
Yes.
I know once you use about for 3 months, they'll call you, they'll harass you. Don't you want to up your credit? Don't you want to up
You
your
can
credit?
always up your credit limit, but don't up your spending
Right.
on it.
Right.
You don't want to up the spend.
Right.
You can always increase your credit limit because that looks good. It's like, oh yes, oh she got all this credit right here, but this is how much she's using. So you don't want to use no more than 30% of your credit limit.
Okay, for a person that's getting their credit together, 3 months in, their credit is improving.
Mhm.
They're offered the increase. Would you advise them to increase? Would
Take
you
it.
advise them
Take
to?
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And where would you go? Because one thing, they're in that position because they've been spending.
Yeah.
So do you not think they would get tempted if they
No.
increase the
But
credit on it?
that's
You have discipline.
yeah, that's where the discipline comes in.
But are
You
they
know.
disciplined in 3 months? You understand what I'm saying?
It depends on the individual.
And again, you have to understand the thought process. When you're making these goals, there have to be a background thought process and understanding in order for you to move forward. The idea of it is when you're increasing that limit, you got to start thinking, how much money am I going to save?
Mm-hmm.
Understand, you're losing tens of thousands of dollars in interest.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be the person with zero interest paying dollar for dollar.
Mm-hmm.
So every time you raise these limits and you get these bigger things, you're thinking, when I get ready to do that big ticket item, car, house, the major things we want to buy,
Yeah.
I want to be that guy in the 1% or 0.
Mm-hmm.
For the first time in my life, I just got a 0.99 interest rate. I didn't know what to do with my damn self. I'm like, wow, that's how the people feel.
Yeah.
That's how they feel.
It's mine.
I'm like, y'all made a mistake. Is it going to be 9.99? So when you get when making these goals, always investigate the entire thing and what the impacts are going to be, how it's going to come about to you. Because understand, you're going to lose weight, it's going to be an impact.
Mm-hmm.
You can't outwork a bad diet.
Yeah.
So no, you got to change your eating patterns. Can you deal with that?
And you
Can
know
you
what?
go into different foods?
That's my issue right now, because when I mainly try to eat healthy.
Mhm.
9 times out of 10. Well, I won't say 9 times out of 10, but I'll say about 7 times out of 10, I'm trying to eat healthy.
Check.
He knows it too, because when he goes out, what do I eat? When we're out,
Pizza.
yeah, but what kind of pizza is it though?
It's the Greek.
Exactly.
Greek
Salad. A Greek pizza or a Greek salad.
A lot of it.
It's no Anywho,
I'm glad you live, y'all. She's hitting me, and the other one does it too.
anyway, you better be glad you're not sitting between us.
I was just thinking that. I was like, seems like
Okay.
No.
But I try that. That's my main issue right now, because like I think everybody on here knows that I was recently in a car accident.
Mm-hmm.
But prior to me being in the car accident, I used to go to the gym. But since I've been in a car accident, I can't go to the gym. So I've been putting on a few pounds, and it's like driving me nuts because I can't go to the gym and work out like I want to. But the other half of going to the gym is, like you said, that eating habit. And so I'm trying to balance that out. See, when I was going to the gym for the most part, because I've been going to the gym pretty much since I was 16 years old, because I was always involved in sports and stuff. And when I was 16, I got involved in going to the gym, and I just never really stopped until like this issue came up. So I wasn't really worried about what I ate. I mean, I was still cognizant of what I ate, but not to the point where I am now.
My older brother got me with a great trick. We go out to eat, or even at home fixing dinner. He like, make your regular plate, make your happy plate. Scoop a spoon out. You wouldn't believe how much of a calorie impact that is over time. And then he'll say the next time, take another one out. If I sit down and regularly eat 3 slices of pizza, get rid of it or cut one in half. And the next time, take that half off. What's going to happen is stuff starts to shrink. Your mind starts to get with your body, and you can fight that hunger pain that comes in. But you still get your safe food, and you don't really feel like you're making this major thing going, I'm just stop eating pizza. Don't stop eating pizza. Eat your pizza. Just get it down to reason. Right. Get it down to a reasonable space, but don't shock yourself with it.
So them Intamin carpet cakes that I bought the other day, that's
take a third off.
Don't eat the whole.
No.
Like
cut it in 3 halves, eat 1 half.
Go back to the other one, eat the next one for tomorrow.
I have a New Year's resolution for you.
For who? Me?
For you.
Okay.
What? Now you're talking about you used to go to the gym. You can't go to the gym now. Okay, you eat healthy.
For the most part, I try to eat. It's not. I try to eat healthy.
So try intermittent fasting.
I was doing that. I was doing that while I was going to the gym. I was intermittent fasting.
I'm talking about now.
I know, yeah. Actually, I'm back on that. I'm back on my intermittent fasting.
What are you doing? 16?
Yeah, because I don't eat before 12 and I don't eat after 7.
That's a good one.
I was told to be careful with that.
Yeah, you have to be careful
because the body can do crazy things because they'll think that you're
starving
in lean time.
Yeah, you're
so
starving.
the minute you eat, instead of dumping it, they'll store it. That's fat.
Yeah.
Because they're going, she may not eat.
But see, the thing about it is, though, once your body gets used to it, it's like, oh, okay, I see what we're doing. Right. And then it's also what you're putting in your body when you do the fasting.
Right.
Even though you're intermittent fasting, I don't know how we got off on this for New Year's. But when you're intermittent fasting, you still have to watch what you eat. So when I eat, I try to maintain that healthy food ingesting like my broccoli, my spinach, my fish, you know, and the chicken. I don't eat. I try not to eat fried chicken at all. You know, so I eat my chicken, my shrimp, seafood, and turkey.
Right.
And that's pretty much, you know, as far as meats go, that's what I'll eat. I'm trying to stay away from the starches like the rice and like if I eat rice, I'm gonna eat the brown rice. I don't eat the white rice. I eat the brown rice or the wild rice. And actually, the most healthy rice is black rice. I don't know if y'all know that or not.
Or no rice.
Because
No rice.
A lot of people miss. There's some fat vegetarians out there.
Okay. Don't say that. Don't say that. Look, they're very healthy.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're very healthy. Now, shoot. But seriously though, so I recently got back on, you know, and then the thing about it is I looked at it, I'm like, dang, I accidentally got back on my intermittent fasting.
Right.
You know, because I really don't eat breakfast.
Me neither. Yep.
So I was
I
like,
eat till
you
late
know,
lunch.
because I used to try to make myself eat breakfast, and I'm like, I
Can do it. Right.
yeah. So I was like, let me stick with my intermittent. And then the other thing is I started with drinking my water more because I wasn't drinking water. So my daughter bought me the jug with the, you know, the different times of day on there to drink the water and
I got
stuff.
one of those.
And I drink like sometimes I'll make my pineapple water. I'll cut up my pineapples and put it in spring water and let it sit overnight and drink it, or either I'll do the lemon water. And yeah, and then another thing I learned is good and it's healthy if you drink warm or room temperature lemon water when you first wake up.
Okay.
Well, I'm a water.
I don't like warm water. I drink warm water.
No, but it doesn't have. It don't have to be warm. It can be room temperature.
Okay.
You can do room temperature lemon water, and that helps to wake up all your vital organs in your body. And the alkaline water, because once you put the lemon in the spring water, it becomes alkaline water, and the alkaline is good for your body.
Right.
It makes it more alkaline. Water, spring water is supposed to be naturally alkaline.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you want the pH to be, I think it's like a 8.5 or something. Yeah, so it brings it up to make it alkaline.
So here's another question: how do you make a resolution and keep it?
Small. She basically went there. Small, attainable goal. If you can't see yourself reaching a marker, you have a higher likelihood of falling off because you don't see any change. Because I'll go to the gym and work out, and a 350-pound guy, and I get back on that scale, and I see 350. I had a trainer tell me get off the scale. Because it's the wrong thing I'm looking at.
You got to look at the inches.
Right, it's the inches. I got to start looking at that. And then we start making goals for that. Move an inch every so long, you know. And so anything, just small goals. Don't go for the big jumps in there. Like, oh, I'm going to be rich next week. No, you're not.
Okay.
Get one credit card paid off in 6 months.
Exactly. There you go.
You know?
Just and you know what another good thing is, because like I did it last year. I said I was going to do it this year, but I haven't had a chance to. I do the vision boards.
Yeah, something you can see.
You do the vision board.
Right,
you take and for those of you who don't know what a vision board is, it's basically you get you a poster board, right? And you just cut out pictures of things that you want to accomplish. So if you want to buy a house, you get a picture of a house, you put it up there. If you're trying to have a relationship, you put a picture of a couple up there. If you're trying to, I'm just saying. Wait, look.
Everybody around start choking.
All right. If you're trying to increase your finances, then you will put something, you know, with money up there, the bank or whatever. You know, you just put pictures up there of the goal. What are you trying to obtain for that year? And when I did that, I can say that I think I had like 6 of them on there.
You can put it somewhere that you see it every day.
Yeah,
Right.
I did.
Right.
I had it somewhere where I couldn't help but see it every day. So I did obtain, like, I think it was like 4 of the 5 or 6 that I had on there. And the one that I didn't obtain that year, I got it the following year because I just transferred it over.
So do you have a vision board now?
That's what I said. I haven't had a chance to make it for this year yet, but I am going to do my vision board because that was something that when you have that vision board and you have to look at it every day, it's like, I got to get busy, because like now one of my main goals is I'm a realtor. Everyone knows that I'm a licensed realtor.
That was a good plug.
Yeah.
That was a good plug.
But my goal this year, I want to sell $1 million property. That's my goal. That's my goal for this year. I want to sell $1 million property. I'm gonna sell somebody either gonna buy $1 million property with me, or I'm gonna list $1 million property with me. One of the two. I don't care which one it is, but you gonna call me. And we gonna get you in that $1 million property.
I'm trying to inch your way forward on things by saying, what did I do today to make a step forward in the direction of what I'm trying to do? It doesn't have to be a big thing. Like if you're paying off that credit card, I put $20 on it, $10 on it, something like that. Mm-hmm. So something that takes small and inch forward. Get something $20. Well, each person's situation is different. Right. So you might be in a situation where you go, I'm going to pay like 80% of this, 70% of it. But each person's situation dictates how they can or will go forward with their with their so-called goals, and just make some small step. Did you trying to get a quote? You trying to build a business? Did you look into the business, see what it does, what it requires, what you need to be there? Small steps, attainable steps.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't make resolutions. I mean, I've been younger.
Why don't you make them?
Yeah, I don't make them because, like I said earlier, why wait till the first?
We just said.
Okay, all right. You asked me why I don't make it. I said, and I'm giving you the answer.
Okay, so
that's why I don't make them.
Whenever your New Year's is, I always tell people that your New Year, for me, your New Year starts the day you were born. Because that's when your date changes. January 1 doesn't change your date unless you were born January 1.
Exactly.
Right.
So technically,
that's not a bad idea because.
So technically, your birthday would be your New Year. And I always wish people a happy New Year on their birthday.
Wow. Okay.
Because you age on that day. You don't age exactly. Right.
Because when we were 10, we like, oh, I'm a teenager now. Then when you turn another year old, you turn 16. Oh, I can do this now. You turn 21. Oh, I'm going to the club or whatever. And
my bad, y'all. Go ahead.
How do 10-year-olds turn into a teenager?
Okay. Pretty
most.
Just asking.
Most kids, when they turn 10, they be like, "Oh, I'm the double digit. I'm a teenager."
Yeah, they think they grown.
Wow. Really?
A preteen, yes.
Oh, I did from a Caribbean family. We don't even play like that. You be 65 and still be in your place.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got them big mamas that
right.
will put the older people in their place.
Right.
Yeah. We still
bring it right back down to earth.
Yep. Okay. We still got them big mamas out there.
Big mama house.
So what is one of your, or have you in recent years, whether it was January 1, whatever your birth date is, September.
I can tell you.
What is something that you said, okay, as of this time period,
Go ahead.
What your time period, what did you say that you were going to do and you actually stuck with it, and how did you go about sticking with it?
Okay, so what I did, I went to the doctor. Okay. The doctor told me I need to lose weight. I said, I'm going to do this for 30 days. And I did it for 30 days to see how much pounds can I lose. I lost 22 pounds. What I did was, I did the intermittent fasting. I did that. And I did it for 30 days. And I lost 22 pounds. That was the most challenging thing for me to do.
Well,
I didn't make a New Year's resolution. This happened when I went to the doctor, got the regular checkup, and he said, "Hey,
Did you break it? Once you found out it worked, how long did you maintain it before it was broken, or did you break it?
Yeah, I did break it, and I mean, it didn't take long, but I mean, I kind of wanted to keep going, but it didn't take long.
Anyway, yeah, I was doing my intermittent fasting. I started the first time I started, and I gained, about 2.5 pounds.
Wow,
You gained
2.25 or 2.5?
No, 2.5.
I
I guess I was fasting too fast. I was intermittent too fast. I don't know what was going on, but yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't working out. But I think I got it a little bit better this here go round, because like this I'm supposed to be, I'm supposed to be losing weight, and it wasn't working. It wasn't working. Because like you say, you got to stay away from the scale. Because I just went recently and went back on the scale.
Don't do that.
Man, look, I wanted to take that
The
damn scale.
scale's a lie.
Man, I'm going to put a hole in my wall.
The scale is a lie.
Now, that's something I didn't do. I did not get on the scale until like the third week.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, okay, I'm coming down. So I kept going. And that last day, I looked and I lost.
Was coming down too, but the only thing that came down was me off that scale. Because after I looked at it, I was like, man, this is some straight up bullshit. Because, ooh, Lord have mercy. I was like so mad.
And that's the thing that discourages people. Like, little things like that, you'll be like, you know what, forget this. I'm busting my behind, and I got on here and the damn thing went up.
Yeah. So we was talking about how to make the New Year's resolution. So basically, one of the main things we said to make the New Year's resolution is to set goals.
Okay.
And I would say, and it's different types of goals that you can set.
Long-term,
Yeah, you set your long-term goals and you set your short-term goals.
It's a lot of short terms.
No, but I'm just saying, your long-term goal is going to be your end result. What are you looking for as far as your end result?
Okay.
That's your long-term goal. Then your short-term goals are going to be, what is it going to take for me to get to this long-term goal?
Right.
Where do I need to start?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I need to start here, this is going to be my beginning. Okay, by this time right here, then I need to be at this point.
Okay.
And then, because I have to tell my clients this sometimes, like, because I have a lot of times, I have clients that's trying to work on their credit and stuff. And some of them, the credit is like, oh, this take you 6 months, you'll be straight.
Mm-hmm.
Other ones, you're like,
you might want to find a person.
I'm gonna need you to pray and ask for a miracle, and I'm gonna need you because it's gonna take you about 2 years to get this straight. So that's what I'm saying when I say you need to set your long-term goals and your short-term goals, because, and just like C said, especially like if you have credit cards, or say if you got a bunch of bills, you want to take those bills. Organize, and this is another thing that you could do. Organize your bills.
Mm-hmm.
Organize your bills from the lowest amount to the highest amount. And what you do is the lowest amount, if you could go ahead, pay off that lowest one first. And while you're paying off that lowest one, pay the minimum that you owe stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got the lowest one out the way.
Mm-hmm.
Then you work on the next lowest one. If you can pay it off, pay it off. If you can't, double up the payment on that one, but still pay your minimum on the rest of them. Mm-hmm. And you keep working that until you get all of them paid off.
Mm-hmm. A very wise woman then told me one time on how to eat an elephant. One small piece at a time.
And there you go. There you go.
One small piece at a time.
And I would even suggest doing a spreadsheet. Because to be honest, that's how I did mine. Mm-hmm. I did a spreadsheet for mine. And I put all of it for the goals. Yeah, for the goals. And like, especially when I was trying to get my bills in order.
Right.
I did a spreadsheet of all of my bills, how much I owe, when they were due, the minimum payment that was due, and then I started with the lowest one, put the lowest one at the top,
Right.
so that I can go ahead and make sure get that one out the way. Paid if I couldn't pay it off, then I would double up on that payment and then pay the minimum on the rest of them. And then until I got that one paid off, and then I kept going down the road, you know. But you know,
we did have a comment a while ago. It was from Chris Hall. He said the purpose of New Year's resolution is to have a better year than the year before.
Yeah, Chris, that's right.
So
that sounds like a good point.
Yeah, that's a good point, Chris.
Now, I mean, well, with that being said, if you had a rough year and you knew some of the things, you know what not to do, and if hopefully if you don't do those things repeatedly, then your year will be better.
I mean, and I like the point to what you contributed to.
Yeah,
because some things are out of your hands.
Yeah,
Family
exactly.
passing, the dog died,
being a Cowboy fan.
I'm glad about that. That's when you went with that.
The Cowboy fans are falling off of the bridge.
Yeah, no control over God, right? You got no control about that.
Hey, I'm a Cowboy hater. You call me a Cowboy hater all you want. Hey, I don't care. I don't like the fans. The team ain't do nothing to me. It's the people in my circle who are Cowboy fans talking all that noise. Oh yeah, this our year. Now you're on the couch.
I think you're talking about
Mr.
Right.
Said, wow. And he is a Cowboy.
That's why I said it. I see it. That's why I said it. That's my boy, man. I love you, man. I love you, man. And we don't have nothing but fun when we get to that time of year.
Yeah, and this year.
Okay, so listen, I think we all sitting here have a New Year's resolution.
Which is?
Yes, you do.
What is it?
What are the plans for this show?
Oh. Yeah, he's gonna blow him up.
No, but I don't know if I would necessarily call that
It's a goal.
It's a goal.
Short term?
Long term. Is it me? Somebody?
I smell some burning too.
I'm just saying.
We're supposed to be saying this.
I'm just saying.
Live.
Look, and we trying to stay alive. What the hell?
We live. We supposed to be burning. They supposed to be smoking
Some-
right now. And we're still going on.
Wait.
sorry.
We all know the black rule. And one rule,
Everybody move.
You move.
so this, as long as we're all sitting here.
Look, wait a minute. Hold up. Because look, this nose right here, it ain't the best one, but when I smell smoke,
I didn't want to say nothing. I was like, yes,
but she, look.
I'm glad somebody else up there.
I will leave and be like, hey, I'm heading to
Short
the door.
commercial break.
Yeah. Shoot, man.
We call the fire department.
Look.
About 4 months down the line, and see if we were able to do it, if we contributed. We were just like, it didn't work. That's something that we want to obtain.
I make a New Year's resolution that I am going to go to the bathroom when it first hits me, to go to the bathroom so that I can save my kidneys and my bladder.
Oh, I was going with number 2.
So
Really?
She's making bathroom resolutions, y'all. She's making bathroom resolutions.
We walk around there tension for like 4 hours.
Man, look, you know how you be at work, man. I'm gonna go in a minute.
I got one. My New Year's resolution is to try not to eat out so much.
That's a good one.
Ooh, that's a good
okay, so listen. So we're in January, so 6 months from now, in June, we're gonna date it, and we're gonna come back live, and we're gonna talk about this topic, about whether or not we were successful, the contributing factors as to what we did to make it successful.
Did we keep
Or
our New Year's resolution?
What happened that we was like, man, it didn't work.
Look at him, man.
Like eating out, you know what I'm saying? I eat out every day at work. and I don't take my lunch.
Mhm.
I don't take lunch to work.
And you know what? Food prep is another good thing, is another way to help you lose weight because you're preparing your own meal and you know what's in it.
Right.
We're talking about resolution.
I know, but I'm just saying that's part of the resolution. That could be part of your resolution to do.
Well, oh, you trying to tell him what he could do?
Yeah.
Something he can short term that he could do to help with
Food
him.
prep.
Okay, food prep. All right, Lynn.
What?
New Year's resolution.
What is a resolution?
But you did make one.
No, we're going
I
to bathroom
just-
is not a resolution.
Why not? Because I got to go now, but because we doing this, I can't go nowhere.
Well,
And you
that's
blocked
not
it
a
out.
resolution. That's not a resolution.
Man, that's a fraction.
That is
Okay.
not a resolution.
Well, actually, I told you my resolution was goal resolution was to sell $1 million property.
Gangster. Told you.
By June.
You see how she went out?
Why not?
Told y'all.
So you want okay. So listen, no, T-Roy, Big C, listen. From the mouth of DC to your ears, because I mean her goal is to sell $1 million property by June 2022.
By June? That's longer than 4 months.
No, it's 6 months. I said 6
Oh,
months.
you said 6. Okay. We do 6 months for her.
What do you mean for me?
Yeah, she said in 6
The
months.
$1
She
million
can sell
property. that she
For you.
sells.
But is that I'm not saying that it can't be done.
I
I'm
am
saying is
going
that
to-
realistically a goal you
Yeah.
going, so you're not only, but you're gonna put all your effort into selling.
Damn Skippy.
All right. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure who's on the same.
And like I said, my other goal is to make sure I can get to the bathroom on time before things happen.
Okay, I'm gonna deviate.
I'm
I'm gonna deviate for a second.
Uh-huh.
Now, I understand what you're saying
Uh-huh.
because my bladder, when I'm out, it will. I don't know. It has a mind of its own. As soon as I pull up to my house, I'm like, it goes crazy. 30 minutes prior, I didn't have to go, but as soon as I pull up to the house,
You gotta go.
it's like my bladder's like, man.
Your bladder is like, yeah, chick. Let me see if you gonna make it to that door.
throne up in there that you can just sit back on and chill.
But
Okay, no, we're
but
talking about-
okay, we digress. We digress. Okay, but okay, so that was the $1 million property is a goal that I would really love.
Go ahead.
Hold on, cause our
No, I
producer
know.
looking at me and I'm like, something done burnt up in the bathroom and I'm gonna have to kill somebody. Anywho, my New Year's resolution would be to get rid of all my people in my house, so I can have.
Wow.
Yes. That's I
That's not
want.
gonna happen.
With them sitting there looking at you.
I want everybody.
That's not gonna happen.
Like, wait a minute, I'm the resolution.
Yes, you all my resolution is to get you out.
Okay, big
Okay,
C.
so also I'm gonna need somebody to get me bail money because I'm about to hurt an individual.
Listen, I am a mandated reporter. Please don't say anything that may incriminate yourself.
Well, honey, you about to mandate me to because all I'm saying is y'all between y'all three, y'all gonna be able to get me out of jail.
Gotcha.
Well,
Okay, thank you.
okay, big C.
Which
Mine is going back to the adding another line of a stream of income.
yeah.
June, by June.
By June, yeah.
By June.
Mhm.
Okay.
Or I took it significant steps by
Yeah.
June.
Okay, there you
I
go.
know that I can count on you.
Really do
Is that your resolution to stop hurting
to
people?
get singing lessons.
When
Wow.
Okay, so for myself, I have
Go
some
ahead.
things that I need to
Uh-huh.
get cleared up credit wise because I'm trying to do something.
Mhm.
And I think June will be a halfway mark.
Uh-huh.
So if I stay the course, my halfway mark
There you go.
would be made.
That's what's up.
So
And I
I
think
can cut down eating out,
and I'm with you on that because I really don't eat out a whole bunch,
I eat out every day.
but
Sunday football.
yeah. But the
Well,
thing about it
it's going away
is,
now.
even with the Sunday football, because you know how we do on the Sunday football, I can't really say that we do that bad.
No,
Because when we order our food, like you said, we get the Greek salad.
Mhm.
And even though we get the Greek salad, because I know some people think like salads aren't healthy, but I bring my own cran raisins to put on my salad.
I'm sorry, you
But guess
you
what?
bring
though?
outside clan
You're
raisins.
still sending money.
I sure, yes, I get that. But I'm looking at the health aspect
Right,
of it.
right,
I understand what you're saying as well, but I'm looking at the health aspect of it of when you eat out because you really don't know, like the herb, the how much salt, butter, and stuff that goes into
Right.
those ingredients and stuff, those recipes. So, but when we eat the Greek salad, it's grilled chicken. We do the spinach, we do tomatoes, we do onions, banana peppers, and feta cheese.
Mushroom.
And no, they don't put mushrooms. Sometimes they put mushrooms on there, and the black olives, and my cran raisins that I bring in. But yeah,
I'm gonna tell you now.
It's
from my personal experience, because I remember when COVID started. Mentally, it was draining. And at that point is when I did intermittent fasting, but I did 12-12, 7 to 7. So with that, I ate breakfast. I'm not a breakfast eater, but I ate breakfast. By lunch, I was hungry. When I ate lunch, it was always I cooked every day because leftovers is not something that we do like that. And every day, if not out of 7 days out the week, I would say at least 4 days I walked. And that is all I did. And it was a big difference. And I said that, I really want to get back to doing that. And I'm working towards that.
Listen, you did that, and I don't think I saw you for like 3 months. But when I did see you, I was like, "Did what you did? What you doing?" Right? Oh yeah, whatever you did, that worked because I saw the result.
I said I was going.
Everybody, I'm talking about everybody who was around in our circle. When they saw you, they were like, "Man, what's wrong with you?" Man, there's nothing wrong with these.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with these. I was like,
but mentally, I was able to really focus. I didn't have it wasn't distractions because you weren't able to go anywhere.
Exactly.
So you were home. I was home. I was like cooking like constantly every day. So I knew what was going into the food. I ate breakfast. The stuff that I snacked on was like Cheerios. Or
Cheerios.
And good. Whatever that zucchini, spinach, spaghetti, whatever that was, you said that you was making. You was making it.
It was a smoothie. No, it was a smoothie. But like now, I eat vegetables like crazy. Vegetables that I never ate before. When I was home, I started making it myself, and I would Google and YouTube. Is how I would learn how to prepare it, and then I would make it to my own liking.
Okay. So we got a comment from Ronald. Ronald said, "Lynn, if not 1 million piece, will 1 million total work? Hell, I'll take any of it. I ain't choosing. Shoot, I am not choosing. Because I think I did last year. I think I did a million in sales.
Nice.
Yeah. So So that's a goal too. I need to do another. I want to do 2.
Congratulations. Yeah, break that ceiling. Go for
Yeah.
So
you came up good this year.
How you know?
I'm gonna tell you another thing that I would like to do. One time for my piece, I would take sabbaticals.
Yeah.
So I would go off and just
clear your
mind, clear my mind, and come back. And I stopped doing that. And I think that kind of like weighed on a lot of things because everything stayed internally, and then you end up in the house and you start doing things you don't normally do, and then you get all off whack. So that's something I think I'm going to reincorporate into this year. Is taking those sabbaticals. I'm not going to wait as long. And a lot of people don't think that a break is needed.
Oh yes.
But with today and the times and the things that's going on, a
mental break is always needed.
And it's needed.
So see,
not having a mental break.
Your turn.
You don't have to tell us.
He just told you. He done told you 50 times. He gonna try a new stream of income. New stream of income. I'm gonna need you to pay attention.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna need you to pay.
No. I know what he's waiting for. He's waiting for my fat ass to say I'm about to lose weight. No, it ain't happening.
No. We're gonna talk about that.
Oh Lord, have mercy. Anywho, well, I think we covered a lot, and for our first time back in several months. because we haven't been back since what? 3 months?
Yeah.
3 months we've been out.
October,
So-
November, we last September.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah. So, but this was very informative, entertaining for me anyway. It was entertaining for me. So we want to thank you all so much for tuning in, taking the time out to join us for our very first show in our second season and going live for the very first time. It's been an experience and we can only get better from here. We want to thank you so much for joining us, and please join us again next week for Express the Opinion with Lynn Roberts. I am your girl, Lynn Roberts.
I'm that girl, DC.
And I'm the boy T. Roy.
Big C.
Big C.
We'll see you next week. Smooches.
Holla at you.
All right. Whew. What is it?